What's good, people? What's good? We are back with another episode of Rigged NFL. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell. I see 49 people in here, man. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Man, it's been a crazy divisional round to say the least. So let me turn this down. It's been a crazy divisional round to say the least. The first game went as expected. Kansas City beat the Texans again. The game is blatantly rigged for the Chiefs. Granted, the Texans are already banged up as it is. Joe Mixon even alluded to it, saying everybody saw it. Indeed, we did. They've been doing it all year for the Kansas City Chiefs. We can't miss it. It also doesn't help that Houston was point shaving too. They had 2 missed field goals and a missed extra point, but they did manage to cover thanks to Kansas City safety late in the game. Spread was 9.5. They ended up losing by 9. And CJ Stroud to start the game, the storyline was him with injuries. Did he have what's going on with his ankle? Is he going to be okay? He obviously played the whole game. Then we had Washington and Detroit. This game was an absolute shootout. I got what I wanted finally. I finally got what I wanted. An absolute shootout for a playoff game. It did disappoint. It was the primetime game on Saturday. Like I said before, the time slot usually tells you a lot. But yeah, we got it. We got like 50 points in the first half, over 50 points, should I say. Detroit couldn't stop the run. Washington had its defensive issues as well. And a lot of parlays were bust with this because a lot of people had Kansas City and Detroit. I had both of them as well, winning both of their games. But yeah, a lot of people got screwed on that one with the Detroit pick. The Kansas City was free money. And Dan Campbell mentioned it last year after they lost to San Francisco. He said, this was our only shot. I think this is our only shot. Those are exact words after they lost that game. And I don't think they're going to sniff an NFC Championship game anytime soon. So they're going to be, good, but they're not going to be where they were last year. And then near the end of the game, they showed a flashback to Washington beating Detroit in the NFC Championship game where Washington would end up going to win the Super Bowl. And it's interesting they showed this before that game was over, even though Washington was leading. And you look, they play the Eagles next week. So maybe they hinting at Washington beating the Eagles. Because, when Super Bowl quarterbacks go to the Super Bowl and lose, they usually don't make it back. Jalen Hurts went to Super Bowl and lost, obviously, to Patrick Mahomes. We know about Jared Goff losing to Tom Brady. So, if you're a Commanders fan, things are looking good for you. The Rams, they gave up 205 rushing yards to Saquon. This is the second time that he's gashed them this year for, I think, 200 plus. And with the Rams, a lot of turnovers hurt them, fumbles, especially in the first half. That's what really, really hurt them. Then they had crucial miscues, drops, especially in the fourth quarter. And with Baltimore, man, they thing has been turnovers as well. Lamar sold twice. He had the fumble, and then he had the INT. The pick wasn't even anywhere close to his intended targeted receiver. The fumble, he just dropped the ball. We just call it what it is, man. Call it what it is. Let me get to this chat here in a second. But yeah, the game on, at least for me, the game is on commercial break. So we're going to wait till they get back. We've got 2 snow games today as well. 2 snow games. See what the first one said, if it'll pop up. Bills going to lose 4 straight division round. They did have a stat like 4 out of 6 games this year, the Ravens trailed by double digits at halftime, and they won. So maybe, maybe it's something there. Yeah, ads. All right, yeah, we got 85 watching, man. We got 28 likes. Get that like number up, man. Hit that damn like button. The ratio should not be like that. Hit that damn like button. Let me get my music right though. As much as I love vibing out to this EDM, I want that. That chill. It's a Sunday. It's cold outside. I think it's snowing here. Yeah, I want that right there. There we go. What's up, King Norvell in the building? What's good with you, man? What's good with you? So Hurts versus want versus who in the Super Bowl? Versus Wentz. I think you're trying to say Wentz in the Super Bowl, maybe. And yeah, I forgot in the Lions game they did have Teddy Bridgewater. He came in the game as well, and they brought up his storyline about him winning the championship as a football coach in his first year, and now he's signed with the Lions and all that stuff. I knew that storyline was gonna come up at some point, but they did do it. So live betting bait. They had Lamar have 2 first half turnovers and fall down 21-10 for betting bait. We will see. It is interesting that Buffalo didn't score on the first possession after scoring that last touchdown in the first half. Now it's 21-19 Buffalo. So Nance telling you the script is going to come down to a kick where the Bills will win. I've noticed, though, Damar Hamlin, somebody mentioned that. Damar Hamlin, he has been mentioned a couple times in the game, whether it be making plays, getting sacks, being in on tackles and stuff like that. I think they mentioned his name on the fumble recovery as well. So they still find ways to sprinkle in Damar Hamlin's, I guess, story in there. It's not nearly to the degree that it was when all that stuff happened. So Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl. This is a pro-black Super Bowl. No white QBs are going to get any shine. We will see. And I still say, even if the Ravens won this game, even if Buffalo wins this game, they still going to lose to Kansas City. That's how I still see it. I don't see them changing that up or anything like that. I still think they're going to pull the rug from under people when Kansas City gets to the Super Bowl. The Eagles both play the Bills and Chiefs next season. Yeah, I know Detroit does too. So the Chiefs going to have a lot of primetime matchups and stuff like that, especially if they three-peat. As many primetime games as the Chiefs have gotten this year, it's going to be even crazier next year. They're going to feel like the Dallas Cowboys, except they're going to actually win shit. Can't see the Commanders making the Super Bowl. You know what? The biggest thing for me with the Commanders is like, do they really want to put a rookie quarterback in the Super Bowl? More specifically, a black rookie quarterback in the Super Bowl. Or do they want to go with somebody who's already got paid, who done been before? Because if we get the Chiefs and Eagles, honestly, that's bad booking. That is bad booking right there. I guess the only difference, though, is the fact that they have Saquon now, which makes it a little bit more interesting. They have an added X factor. Washington getting their first Super Bowl as the Commanders. Now, I do know Washington wants to get a new stadium. They've been trying for a while now with the new stadium. They've reached a bunch of hurdles along the way. But I can see it as a way. I'm not saying I think they're going to win, but I see it as a way that they could get the Commanders brand over. I know I'm using wrestling terms and shit, but get it over, I guess, with the fans. If they win with the Commanders, now you got to buy their Commanders shit. Now you got to get rid of your Redskin stuff, because in their last, 15 or so odd years when they were the Redskins, they ain't really do nothing. So I could see that. Kind of like how they did with the LA Rams. It was have them win the Super Bowl, get the new LA Rams over. They're the official face of LA for LA football, that type of thing. Cement them as this SoFi Stadium is the Rams' house, not the Chargers' house. I could see that. But that's crazy if they had a rookie quarterback win the Super Bowl, let alone make it. So if Jay Daniels makes it to the Super Bowl, he winning it. You know what? If it does come down to KC and Washington, I could see Washington winning it. Because that would be the ultimate rug pull as far as Chiefs. People put money on the Chiefs for the three-peat would go. Because it'd be the ultimate underdogs. Like, nobody expects a rookie quarterback to face Patrick Mahomes, who got 3 Super Bowls, been to 4, and win. Nobody expects that. The Eagles Chiefs was a classic game that year too. Talking about the regular season or the Super Bowl one? So you want to see Casey and Eagles? Yeah, we already got a rematch. That's my thing. Okay, so they moving the Skins back to DC. I know they didn't play in DC. I don't know how close is DC to where they currently play, because I want to know. I didn't know where Raljon, Maryland is, or yeah, I don't know where that's at. Landover, I didn't know any of that's at. I just assumed it was close to the DMV. Interesting. So the Super Bowl logo looking more like the Commanders and Chiefs colors. Yeah, we know the red and the gold. That's Kansas City. And yes, that is the Commanders, even though it's like, dark maroon. But yeah, you got a point. He said the Ravens and Bills should call a truce and make the Super Bowl together. Hey, that would be one stacked team if you got the Ravens and Bills combined, bro. That'd be stupid stacked. That's like combining the Warriors with KD and the Heat with LeBron and D Wade and Chris Bosh. Yeah, I saw that yesterday. I forgot to mention that. Last time Washington went to the Super Bowl was 33 years ago. You know they love that number 33. And they was actually alluding to the NFC Championship game too, but that would also imply the Super Bowl. But yeah, 33 years ago. Okay, it's 20 minutes away. Gotcha. Because yeah, sometimes they say it's in a certain area, but then they don't even be playing in the actual city that the name of this, what I'm saying, name of the team is or whatever like that. I wasn't sure. Kind of like they do in NASCAR with the tracks. So that's true. Your barber has a bunch of Washington Redskins collectibles in the shop, but no Commanders collectibles. So you can see them trying to win the fans over. If not win it, then they'll be there. I mean, the fact they have Jaden Daniels now, they finally have their quarterback. That damn sure helps too. That they have that now. It's like, okay, we got a guy that we can look at as our future quarterback. Same way the Ravens was when Joe Flacco went down there at Lamar Jackson. I was like, okay, this is our guy. Or the Bengals with Joe Burrow. We got our guy. Or Denver with Bo Nix. We finally got our guy after 15 years. The Commanders was plus 100 and plus 12,000. I was at 120. But at the beginning of the season, that's insane. I'm curious who put money on them to start the year. I know somebody out there did. They saw the models. You know what? I got this, man. I'm gonna put money on the Commanders go to the Super Bowl. I'm sure it's out there. I'm sure it's generous as hell to that cash out. Yeah, me too, man. I thought the LA Rams was gonna win that game. And hold on one second. Remember the Chargers, bad boy. But yeah, I thought the Rams was gonna win the game earlier. Because initially I thought it was gonna be the Rams versus Detroit. Get that Matt Stafford versus his former team / Jared Goff versus his former team round 3. Nah, they said we're gonna give you round 3, but it's the NFC East. Because we know the last game, Jane Daniels had 5 touchdowns and went down to the wire. So that'll make it that much more thrilling, cinematic. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a good game next week between Philadelphia and Washington. I think between the AFC Championship game and the NFC Championship game, the NFC Championship game will definitely be the more thrilling, exciting game. They'll try to make the AFC Championship game thrilling and exciting, but if the Chiefs win, it'll be something that's not predictable. So I can see them, it'll still be a close game, but it'll just seem too forced. No flag on the play. Incomplete pass by Josh Allen. Also crazy, Josh Harris owns the Sixers now. He's about to beat the Eagles in Philadelphia. Didn't know that. So the Commanders and Lions game was a rigged script to miss tackles on Purpose, fake injuries, bad turnovers. Yeah, we know. Like how Houston came out and said that the refs are in on KC, but let's not forget the refs are with the Patriots too with Tom Brady. Yeah, I mean they the gold. That's the golden boy now, Patrick Mahomes. Speed says Hurts or Lamar winning the Super Bowl. That would be nice. Field goal is good for the Bills. They up by 5, 24-19. That would be nice. You know what I'm saying? Finally get a full black quarterback, a Super Bowl win instead of a little light skinned dude in Kansas City. But we'll see. I'm still skeptical of both of them. I've already mentioned the numerous reasons why I'm skeptical of Lamar. I know there's things going for me. 28. The Ravens win Super Bowl every 12 years. The last Super Bowl was in New Orleans that they won 12 years ago. Jacoby Jones died, wore number 12, passed away. We know. And one thing interesting I did find about the Ravens, they've been doing and they still working on renovations to their stadium. So I'm not saying that's a correlation to them winning the Super Bowl, but success usually follows or precedes these renovations. Do I think the NFL will ever let the Lions go to the Super Bowl? Hell no. They showed that shit this year. They was like, nah, y'all ain't going. Y'all ain't even winning the playoff game. Yeah, that is not gonna happen. So no, the Lions bet on their player props too much. Except if Lamar won the Super Bowl, man, he top 10 all time on God. Hey, he'll be in. You know what I'm saying? He'll be cemented in there. His legacy will be cemented. I mean, it already is, but the biggest thing is he can't get over the hump in the playoffs, and that's what's really been hurting Lamar. Or like whenever they bring him up in quarterback debates, that's his things. But he can't win in the playoffs. That's always the knock on him. But they'll give a pass to Josh Allen for whatever crazy reason when neither of them can beat that light skinned dude in Kansas City. Joe Burrow's the only one who can do it, and his defense can't help him. If it's Eagles versus Ravens, you think the Eagles will win? I don't know. Marketing wise, Jalen Hurts would be the safer quarterback. I'm gonna put it that way. The Lions, Falcons, Jags, Vikings just won't win one. There's some other teams on the list like the Browns. We can't forget about them. The Cardinals. Who else? Texans. Texans ain't winning anything anytime soon, bro. They can run the AFC South, but that's not really saying much. Yeah, they cooking whatever. Hold on. I don't know if it's my headphones or what. But whatever this beat is, they cooking with this. This AI cooking. The Bears or Packers will be the next team to get the Super Bowl from that division. I don't think the Bears are sniffing a Super Bowl anytime soon. I know they're supposed to get a new stadium, so I don't think so. Packers, I do think so. Since the 2000s, the Eagles, Commanders, and Giants all went to the NFC Championship before Dallas. I was just thinking that last night. I was like, that's hilarious. And Cowboys fans been mad quiet this year. It's been so peaceful. Also, every other year, Mahomes don't go to the Super Bowl. He loses in the AFC Championship game. Every other year. Yeah, because he's been to the AFC Championship game, 6, 7 times in a row now? Because we know the first time he played Tom Brady and they lost. Because that was the end of the Patriots dynasty. Did I see Goodell giving the 2 Bills fans Super Bowl tickets? Is it just a setup or a sport? Was that this year? Because if that's this year, they telling you something. If that was this year, they wouldn't show that. More importantly, knowing they still have a game to play against Baltimore, or a game to play against Kansas City, maybe it's something. Maybe, but like I said, I don't see them beating Kansas City. I don't see anybody in the AFC beating Kansas City. So no team without the concept of 33 in any combination of logo slash team name slash city name has ever won a Super Bowl. Some teams are just jobbers. The Bills and Lions will never win a Super Bowl. I've said that about Lions. But yeah, the Bills too. They acronym, boy, I love losing Super Bowls. That's why they keep having to go to the AFC Championship game and falling short against that light-skinned dude in Kansas City. Because I'm gonna stop saying the dude's name. That's from now on, that's his name. That light-skinned dude in Kansas City. To giving Dallas Super Bowl tickets though. Was this a couple years ago? I want to say so. I might be wrong. Said 92. And this game is so far gone the way I expected, pretty close. I know it was 21 to 10 at one point, 4-13. No, it's gonna be a close down to the wire game. Both games today, snow games, is gonna be close. They weren't gonna have no blowouts in the snow, unless they really want to screw somebody bet with the spread. Which I mean, it was 1. So Travis Kelsey was wearing Super Bowl 31 hat, which took place in New Orleans. Packers got their third Super Bowl win. Mahomes can get that light skinned dude in Kansas City can get a 3P like MJ. I don't think they're gonna 3P, but I do think they're going. Excuse me. Because I always allude to that interview where that light-skinned dude in Kansas City was sitting down with Tom Brady during a week. I think it was like week 6, week 7, on the little Fox pregame show. And they were saying, see you in New Orleans. So, yeah. You hate Roger Goodell. You ain't the only person. But I always say it could be worse. It could be much, much worse. You could have Adam Silver. Imagine if he ran the NFL. Should be way worse. Exactly. Cactus Jack. Exactly. They're going to be cooking Hurts and Lamar this week in the media, though, when other quarterbacks had worse performances. Yeah, I think someone said they gave Justin Herbert some excuse for his bad play last week with his 4 INTs. I might be wrong, but I think it was Justin Herbert because he didn't got so many passes and stuff. It had to been Justin Herbert. Hey, y'all, man, we got 110 people. Hit that damn like button, man. We only 41 likes. What are y'all doing? Hit that like button. What is going on with y'all? It is Sunday. We breathing, we drinking, we enjoying life. Hit that like button. And another fumble by the Ravens. So the Bills gonna win finals tonight. Another episode of fake ass football. Yeah, they didn't need that fumble. That's big for the Ravens right there. And it's kind of like what the Rams did against the Eagles. Whenever they had their turnovers and winner of this game is going to be second place in the AFC anyway. So Bills Commanders Super Bowl. Commanders win Super Bowl. That takes all the gambling pots. That would, but would they really put over Jaden Daniels over Josh Allen though? If that was the matchup. That's my biggest thing. Since they've been hyping up Josh Allen so much for MVP, I don't see them having him lose to a rookie quarterback. Because, what's the point in the build-up if you have him finally beat Patrick, the light-skinned dude in Kansas City and the refs? If you finally have him get over that hump in the postseason, what's the point of doing that just so he would lose to a rookie quarterback? It doesn't make any sense. And if that did happen, if I was Josh Allen, I'd actually be kind of pissed. I'd be like, dude, what the hell? I've been in the league for 7 years and I still haven't. I got to the Super Bowl, but I had to lose to a rookie quarterback. I'd be mad as hell if I was Josh Allen. I feel the Chiefs Texans game was so bad, NFL is under scrutiny, so they would change the script and have the Chiefs lose. I think they'll do it in the Super Bowl, not in the AFC Championship game. Says stop stealing, hit that like button. Yes, sir. Stop stealing, hit that like button. I'm with you on that, Jimmy. Bills Chiefs round 4. Mahomes 4-0 versus the Bills. Them are really hoping Ravens would do it. At this point, it's just what's the word I'm looking for here? Kind of like Hunger Games. Yeah, it's the Hunger Games, and the winner gets to play the Chiefs. That's what the NFL playoffs is for the AFC. Everybody else gonna take out everybody else, and then you get the final boss in the Chiefs. Have fun with that. While they have the refs on their side, have fun with that. No matter who it is, whether it's the Bengals, except for that one time, whether it's the Bills, they know too many times. The Ravens, they know it's the same thing. Said Chiefs in Washington guaranteed. David versus Goliath. First down by Buffalo. 8:32 left for the game. 5-point game. Buffalo up. But they could do a storyline like the Giants and Patriots, where the Patriots were undefeated going into that game. Everybody expected them to win. The Giants don't have a chance. Yeah. But a rookie quarterback, I don't know. I don't know if they put him over. Really put him over. Like have him win, you know? Especially against the Golden Boy. He said, well, you work everyone at your job thinks the NFL is real and not rigged. I mean, that's common. Okay. Said Lamar deadass never win a ring. Yeah, he gonna get a bunch of individual awards. He said he gonna have to wear a dress and paint his nails. Nah, he gonna have to get an NFL agent and stop hanging with street niggas. That's what he gonna have to do. That's why they don't really like to push Lamar to the level that he should be at. I'd have mentioned him before during contract negotiations when he was trying to get that contract. Well, before last year, a lot of NFL owners, their exact words was, his situation is a ticking time bomb. A ticking time bomb, which means at some point that motherfucking clock gonna go to zero. And y'all remember he was rocking that sniper gang chain a couple years ago. He grew up with Kodak Black, they childhood friends. Put 2 and 2 together. I ain't saying he doing nothing illegal. I'm just saying connect some dots. You'll see why they don't want to push Lamar. Has a rookie quarterback ever made the Super Bowl? That's a good question. Let's find out. That is a no. That no rookie has ever taken their team to the Super Bowl. Did Lamar looked like he was throwing the game intention the first time? Yeah, with the fumble, he just set the ball down, and then the blatant pick to a Bills defender, not even a contested ball to a receiver. Said Lions losing to the Commanders made a lot of sense, so they can have that Native American team matchup, the Chiefs and the Redskins / Commanders. Okay, yeah. No rookie ever made it. So Daniels could be the first rookie to play in the NFL in the Super Bowl history as a rookie versus a three-peat. That's a perfect storyline. That's not a bad storyline. That's really not a bad storyline at all. Like that's a really because they give you somebody you can root for. It's really like Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns when you really think about a WrestleMania 40. Like I guess this isn't really completing the story because that would more apply to Josh Allen and the Bills of completing the story if they were to go. But as for the sake of what I'm saying, The Chiefs will be Roman Reigns. Cody Rhodes is the Commanders. And it was a feel-good story when Cody Rhodes won the heavyweight title at WrestleMania, the Universal title, should I say, over Roman Reigns with a 1,000+ day reign. It was like 1,300 days or something. And for the Chiefs, who were trying to get a three-peat, who have won 15 regular season games to play against a rookie, feel-good story. It's very similar feel. And I remember people have mentioned that in the chat before on episodes in the past that it was going to go down to Kansas City and Washington. I was like, man, y'all niggas are crazy. What? Kansas City, sure. Washington, nah. But it's possible. I think the only thing that holds back Lamar is he can't speak. He has horrible grammar, and that's a Southern accent. He doesn't have horrible grammar. What are we talking about? That ain't got nothing to do with it for sure, per se. It's really the fact that, like I said, he hang with street niggas. That's why. They ain't got shit to do with how he talk. I mean, Patrick Mahomes sound like Kermit the Frog. So the voice, that ain't it. It's the other stuff. Patrick Mahomes ain't out here hanging with street dudes, from as far as I know. So. And that's a bad look because the league been covering this allegedly. All alleged has been covering this up for years. Owners, Baltimore Ravens owner as well. They know. That's why. So they made everyone think Hutchinson was coming back for the Super Bowl and Lions didn't even win. They did that same thing with Mark Andrews last year. They said, I forgot which game it was. I think he came back in the game before the KC playoff game. And they mentioned Mark Andrews should be ready by the Super Bowl. And we know they didn't make the Super Bowl. Yeah. Well, they did see each other. It's just in Cancun. Said media finna crucify Lamar tomorrow. Yeah. Of course. And then when Josh Allen loses to the light-skinned dude in Kansas City, they're going to be a little bit nicer to Josh about it because they want him to win MVP so bad. And then they're going to glaze that light-skinned dude in Kansas City. The only black QBs win if they play for Native American teams. Commanders, formerly known as the Redskins. Yeah, it's been the Chiefs, Seahawks, and the Redskins with Doug Williams when they scored 42 points. And y'all know about the number 42. I didn't even think about that. He said the new Washington W Commander helmet is a 33 when the quarterback is sacked. Interesting. I didn't even think about that. You got Commanders. You got Jaden Daniels versus that light-skinned dude in KC. Nah, it could be worse, bro. You could have. I think Andy Dalton had one of the worst scripts. Him, Carson Palmer had a bad one too. The way he had to sell for the Cardinals when they played the Panthers in that NFC Championship game, that was on a whole nother level. They was getting destroyed. That might be the worst playoff script because you started with the Bengals who didn't win anything. And then when you had another chance with the Cardinals, you had to sell in such an embarrassing fashion. And it was the Cardinals on top of that, so you knew you weren't really getting a lot of chances to make the playoffs for real. But Hurts gonna throw a proper Hail Mary in the Super Bowl this time. We'll see. I don't know about that. Dak Prescott do have a bad script. Yeah, he do. But I mean, that's what you get for playing with the Cowboys. It's one of those you really know what you sign up when you go to the Cowboys as a starting quarterback. You get a lot of scrutiny, whether you go to the playoffs or not. You're gonna be in quarterback debates all the time that you shouldn't even be in because you play for the Cowboys. And then you got the weight of the expectations from the fan base too. On top of that, and you got Jerry Jones to deal with. And who knows, he might try to measure you while you taking a piss or something. So you never know. It could be way worse. Buffalo about to score again. 3rd and goal. Well, they on the 1 yard line. It's at Matt Ryan. Up 28-3 against the supposed GOAT. Oh, as far as the game, I'd be mad as hell if I saw that. Like okay, man, y'all gonna get up 28-3, and then y'all just not gonna run the ball at all. The one time you should run the ball on 3rd down to keep you guys in field goal range and really ice the game. Nah, you gonna be in shotgun. Your running back ain't gonna block, and you gonna get sacked. It's gonna be like 3rd and 18, and y'all gonna have to punt. Oh, on top of that, the ball gonna bounce off one of your DB's ankles, and Edelman gonna be there to catch it miraculously, setting up the Patriots for another score, bro. And the game peep this, the game gonna go into overtime too. Y'all gonna make history as the first NFL Super Bowl to go into overtime, and y'all gonna lose like that, bro. I would be heated in a mug, bro, if I was Matt Ryan and I read that. I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, nah, that's a typo. Buffalo didn't score. I stand corrected. I'll be like, nah, this is a typo, man. Y'all gotta rewrite this. This ain't right. Hey, man, you never know, man. He said the Patriots Super Bowls are the only Super Bowls that are fair. I know you lying like a motherfucker. Patrick half black. He beat the Ravens black quarterback. Now face the white QB and Josh Allen. I mean, he already done that before. That ain't nothing new. Have people thinking Ravens getting Henry, they win. No perfect way to take money. You took the Bills, Commanders, Chiefs, and Eagles. Okay, that's what's up. Cam, he got a crazy one too. Hey, you gonna fumble, but this time you gonna act like you get it, but then you gonna pull your hand back. Bad news is you're going to look crazy for the rest of your life for this one moment, even though you've had a great career in the NFL and in college and in JUCO. But this one moment going to define everything that anybody thinks of you after this. And on top of that, TJ Watt going to hurt your shoulder. And you ain't going to be the same again. And you're going to have to play for the Patriots with Bill Belichick. So it's not going to be any fun whatsoever. Like... But I do agree, NFC time is due, especially after last year. I don't think the AFC gonna go on no 13-year run like the NFC did back in the 80s and 90s, or 80s through 90s. Field goal good by the Bills. 3:29 left, 27-19. Says complexion doesn't rock the boat. Talking about that light-skinned dude in Kansas City. And then Kelsey and Swift, which is funny you mentioned Swift. During the little intro package for the game yesterday for the Texans and the Chiefs, you know, they showed like the highlighted plays, you know. They had Mahomes, Travis Kelsey, and then they slipped in Taylor Swift like we wouldn't notice that. Versus with the Texans, it was, you know, Joe Mixon, CJ Stroud, I think Nico Collins maybe, or Will Anderson, whoever, but they slipped in there Taylor Swift. I'm like, this girl don't even play on the team. She just be in a press box. She don't sing the national anthem. She not a cheerleader for the team. Like, what? Come on. I haven't seen them do that with any athlete's wife or girlfriend or anything like that in any other sport where they just overly market them so they attach them to the team as well. Like the closest I've seen is maybe Steph Curry's wife, and even then it ain't even the same because it wasn't like she was famous beforehand. So you thought they was gonna do an all-black NFC championship, especially for MLK? That's usually when they shame black teams, black athletes, and stuff like that. Black coaches. is on MLK Day. That's why I say what I say about Notre Dame, along with the fact Notre Dame ain't won in so long. So Jim Kelly, he had four Super Bowl losses. That's pretty bad. And one Scott Norwood, that's pretty bad actually. But Swift got more screen time than anyone. Yeah, they don't even hide it. NFL don't even hide it with Taylor Swift. They ain't hit it for 2 years now. 2 whole years they haven't bothered to hide the Chiefs bias or the Taylor Swift bias. Let's call it what it is, you know? So it ain't new. I'll explain in a sec. Y'all hit that like button, bro. What the hell y'all doing, man? Hit that like button. We got 130 people in here. Hit that damn like button. So you wonder how the Travis Kelsey script is, man. This dude is open. That scheme. They scheme that nigga open. Basically, he isn't really given a real route most of the time. They just treat that nigga like his backyard football. Just do some of this. You know, you on the football, do this. You just throw a zigzag line. Yeah, just do that. But a lot of his be option routes and shit. That's why. I say him and Jamar Chase probably are the 2 most open receivers I've seen in the NFL. Damn, that's a hell of a return. But those are the 2 most open receivers I see in the NFL. It's Travis Kelsey, even though he's a tight end, and Jamar Chase. And Chase is mostly, he'll hit you on a slant route. And once he catch it, somebody gonna miss a tackle. And he's so fast, he gone after that. Ain't nobody catching him. But you love country music, but Taylor Swift's so annoying. She not country. Yeah, she pop. I think she started in country, but she. Damn, bro, that's funny as hell. And people think it's more of a recency bias. That's why people think Kelsey's better than Gronk. It's recency bias. It's because we seeing the Chiefs winning now. We know Gronk won with the Patriots and the Bucks. Hold on. Well over likely said. But we know that Gronk won with the Chiefs, the Patriots and the Buccaneers and all that. We know. But that feels so long ago now. Like Tom Brady don't play football anymore. He in the booth. Gronk, he on TV now. We don't. He's not fresh in our mind like that. That's why. That's like why people say Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT over Tom Brady. It's like, what are y'all talking about? I don't think neither of them are, but it's because Patrick Mahomes is playing, Tom Brady's retired. And Mahomes is the new hot thing. Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. So, 10. The Commanders made it to the NFC Championship game before Dallas. Actually, all them teams have since the Cowboys' last Super Bowl. You got the Giants, you got the Eagles. Actually, and both of them have been to the Super Bowl multiple times in that time frame. Washington obviously hasn't, but it is funny. So Jaden versus Pat versus, I'm going to say right now, Josh. 2 white names. The NFL can't have all black QBs in the conference game. Got to throw in a white boy in the mix. Yeah, they not doing a all black. Maybe sometime 10 years from now, but not right now. No. Eagles still yet to play the Bills in the Super Bowl, and the NFC East could go undefeated against them. I still don't see Buffalo beating Kansas City, man. Like, for real, I really don't. I don't see that. That man said I should tell you it ain't rigged. Commanders over Dallas. Nah, Dallas gonna have to repay for a long time, man. All them championships they won back in like the 90s and stuff, yeah, they in repayment mode. Same way the Niners are. Same way the Patriots are now. It's gonna be a little minute for them. But they won't ever let the Cowboys just be outright trash for an extended period of time. See what Lamar does. He runs for what 9 yards or so. Yeah, then steps out. But yeah, they're not going to have the Cowboys bad for a long time. There's certain teams that they just won't do that to because their brands are so strong in the league. Whether it be the Niners, that's one of them. They usually don't have a long drought of bad years. Packers usually don't have long droughts. The Eagles usually don't have long droughts. The Cowboys, like I mentioned, Steelers, Kansas City, if you know, even before they got Patrick Mahomes or the light skinned dude in Kansas City, even before they got him, they were still making the playoffs with Alex Smith. They just weren't getting over the hump. Hell, Baltimore, that's another team they make sure doesn't have a long period of bad seasons. So the NFL loves a dynasty. You have to have a villain. Well, Kansas City's already a villain. They've been a dynasty. That ain't nothing new. So it's not. I don't know why winning a three-peat has to validate you as a dynasty. They won what 3 and 4 or 5 years. That's a dynasty to me. I say if you win at least, I say if you can win 3 and 5 years, that's a dynasty in my eyes. You don't have to three-peat. As the Eagles started off hot and then cooled down as the game goes on. Yeah, that game. A lot of the games start that way, where they get this big lead in the first half, or not necessarily big, but a comfortable lead in the first half, and then the game gets closer. Nah, Dez, I ain't calling him that. Hell no, that's too nice. I can't say he got good hair. No, can't say that. That's that light skinned dude in Kansas City. No hair. So who y'all got winning next week? Who y'all got winning between Kansas City and Buffalo, assuming this whole and Washington and Philadelphia? Who y'all got making the Super Bowl? I've seen some that said, Chiefs Commanders, like Kobe here. I've seen some that said Chiefs Eagles in a rematch. Who y'all got? Is the Pats brand strong enough? The new coach, Mike Vrabel. Yeah, Mike Vrabel, good coach. Hold up. Blatant missed tackle. Long game by the Ravens. 2-minute warning incoming. But are the Patriots brand strong enough? No, I wouldn't really say that. You could argue it is more now because you can link Bill Belichick, Tom Brady to it. But it's not the same. It's not like a traditional power or traditional what's the word? Franchise is the best way to put it. Like those other teams I mentioned, like Patriots weren't really relevant or anything for real until they got Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. The other teams I named, they've been relevant long before the Patriots. See, the Chiefs going no matter what, but if Washington goes, they win. Hold up. They win. If Eagles go, it's for them to lose. So they're going to have them lose to the Chiefs twice in the Super Bowl, once in Arizona and this time in Noya. When I realized it's all scripted, I've told the story numerous times, but since we got time, I realized after a combination of the Rams Saints miss DPI, obvious that everybody could see right in front of the refs, and the fact that the Chiefs should have won that AFC Championship game against the Patriots, but the Patriots got bailed out by a referee call, and it made me wonder, why is it that no matter what it is, when the game is on the line, the Chiefs or the Patriots, they always find a way to win these games that they really should be losing. What is going on? There's always some weird stuff, and they always benefit. And I did some digging, and then it made a lot more sense about what was going on and all that. Then I started looking back at older Super Bowl moments where it was just boneheaded things like while we passing on the 1 yard line when you got beast mode, how you up 28-3 but run the ball 6 times in the second half, or just these little like thrilling moments, if you will, like the Titans finish, came up a yard short of beating the Rams in the Super Bowl, like things like that. How did the Giants beat the undefeated Patriots? And it made me wonder. Because I mean, I've seen weird stuff in college football already. So I mean, Alabama, case in point. So it's like, okay, the Patriots are kind of poverty until Kraft got them, and then 911 exactly. That's funny and that's very accurate. That's super accurate. I don't know if he got the personality that Tony does, but that's pretty accurate. That's what most Cowboys quarterbacks are. Most of the like good ones in recent years. I wouldn't really put Quincy Carter in that. Short game by the Ravens. They're gonna have to get a move on. I know it's a minute 52, but they're gonna need to get a move on. Rodgers goes to the Vikings and win the Super Bowl next season. Oh, that's super cap, bro. They done giving him anything. You see how bad he went out with the Jets? They ain't finna do that. He got his one and that was it. They showed what they had, what they were, I guess, what was in store for him the rest of his career after he won that Super Bowl with the Packers, because he kept going to the NFC Championship game at Divisional and losing. He done winning, bro. He cooked. And they gonna hitch their wagon to JJ McCarthy since they draft him for the future. Wide open Andrews at 25, minute 44 left, 27-19. First and 10. That's another one too. Lions was up comfortably. GJ was talking all that trash to the Niners fans, and then in the first half, we saw what happened in the second half. Somebody mentioned that, man. Commander in Chief. That was the main reason why people picked them in the middle of the season. I want to say even like week 6, people were saying that the Commanders and the Chiefs. Some people, not a lot, because most of the talk was Lions and Kansas City. See, he got all day to throw. Let's see what Lamar does. This man had the ball for like 10 seconds. Touchdown. Touchdown. Likely. It's highly likely he throws a touchdown. That man had a solid 10 seconds to throw that ball. Lamar could have sat down, meditated, made a sandwich, poured himself a drink. He could have made a mixed drink, like one of them expensive drinks at the bar, like one of them martinis or whatever. The amount of time he had in that pocket, that was crazy. It was like that one time Patrick Mahomes had all day and he fumbled on purpose against the Bengals. Chiefs are the ones. Wait. Chiefs Eagles is the one Super Bowl that absolutely would not happen if the Chiefs go, Commanders going, if Bills go, Eagles going. Said Bills got too much time. No good. The 2-point conversion was no good. Let me see this replay. Hold up. It was like as soon as I turned my head, it happened. It hit him right in the hands, in the chest, and he dropped it. Just like they did against the Patriots the year Billy Cundiff missed that field goal. Hit him right. That's the clip I should have got. But yeah, hit him right in the hands. That is right in the hands. And he dropped it and fell. Sold hard. Mark Andrews sold like a mug on that play. JM said it right there. Mark Andrews sold. Sold. Super hard. He sold super hard. He need to put that on a scale the way he sold. He said release Mark Andrews, dude, sabotage the Ravens. That's funny. But nah, he sold, man. So I can't blame this one on Lamar. You know it's crazy, the media is still gonna find a way to do so. They're gonna bring up that fumble and that pick. And that's why right there. That's why they lost. But nah, yeah, Mark Andrews knew he could have easily cradled that and brought it in. He's caught tougher passes than that. I forgot I'm over here now. But yeah, he's caught tougher passes than that. You can't tell me this dude can't catch that. So y'all going crazy and ball. I bet it's insanity right now. The onside kick goes to Buffalo, and that will essentially be game. Baltimore got one timeout. There's a minute 33 left. So Mark Andrews knew what time it was exactly. Because he was wide open. It wasn't like he was contested or anything like that. You could have just caught it and rolled in, man. You just could have rolled in there. So Lamar doubled Josh's offensive output this game. Yeah. It's amazing that these players can carry out the bullshit. You know, to get paid well, but damn. I mean, since they practice so much and train so much to get it right, it'd be easy to get it wrong. Like, especially if you practice to catch the ball all the time, it's real easy to drop it on purpose. Like if you play basketball your whole life, you know how to miss a shot on purpose. Because you know what your muscle memory is to make it work, and you know what not to do to make it a miss. And I mean, for a quarterback, it's simple. Overthrow your target if you want to make sure they don't catch. Overthrow your target, or throw it in the dirt. And if you need to throw a pick, instead of looking at your receiver, look at the safety and just throw it straight to him. Lock eyes with him. Get real intimate. Not really. Don't do that. That's something else. So 3 turnovers killed us. We were good with turnover differential all season. But we kept Josh under control. Yeah, that's the thing. That nigga Dale said, fuck your boy Mark Andrews. I ain't gonna lie, I got nervous when that nigga said he loved the Ravens this week. I was like, shit, I don't love the Ravens this week, nigga. The fuck? The Bills versus Chiefs, just to see them beat the Bills again. Yep, same shit. Same thing. This is like the Cavs and Warriors, except for one conference. Same thing. Ravens were so hot in the second half. Mark Andrews sold. Yeah, had to make it close. Had to make it come down to the wire. To likely replace him at tight end moving forward. I thought that was going to happen sooner. The way, especially after Likely came on the scene last year for the Ravens when Mark Andrews was injured, that's what I thought. That's what I was thinking. Knew the first missed 2-point play would come back to haunt them, and it sure as hell did. The Skins or Eagles, I mean, considering we've had, well, one of the quarterbacks went to the Super Bowl and didn't win, I think the Eagles might suffer the same fate. As far as the Chiefs and Bills, man, Kansas City, I ain't even got to think about that shit. Exactly. He dropped that bitch on purpose. Wide open. Ain't nobody touched him. Nobody stuck their hand in. Nobody punched at it. It's just, you just got to cradle it right here, man. Just hold it right here and grab it. Depend on it with your life. Act like it was a baby. That's what you got to do. Pretend it's a baby. He treat it like a loaf of bread. But yeah, I don't really see the Chiefs and Eagles again. I mean, they did give us the Niners and Chiefs last year, but I don't see us getting 2 back-to-back rematches. So that's a hell of a sell. That's a terrible sell. What you mean? That is not a good sell. There's better ways to sell, but that ain't one of them. If you wide open and you right here, you just gotta grab it and turn. Nah. Nah. But I forgot dude's name for the Ravens when they played the Patriots that one game. I want to say his last name was Evans. I forgot who dropped that pass, man. Dang. He played for another team before he got to the Ravens. I want to say the Chargers. I might be wrong. I cannot remember the dude's name. Evans. AFC Championship game. What's dude's name? Lee Evans. That's who it was. Lee Evans, 12 years ago now, Lee Evans had a similar situation against the Patriots for the Ravens in the AFC Championship game. Lee Evans. I still can't remember what other team he played for. I gotta know. Hold on. Turns out Lee Evans played for the Ravens and Bills. Go figure. Go fucking figure. That is super ironic that happened. It'd be even more ironic if somehow Mark Andrews ended up on the Buffalo Bills at some point in the future. Said I sound bitter. I don't know how I sound bitter. I take it, Buff, you must be a Bills fan. Yeah. I think Lee Evans started. I think he started with Buffalo. Somebody might have said, but I think he started in Buffalo. Lee Evans was a touchdown. Lee Evans was nice. I liked him. He wasn't no Pro Bowl receiver number. Like Lee Evans was nice though. I liked him. Except that day. That day I couldn't stand him. Could not stand that man. So wouldn't they have pushed for OT for more entertainment? There was really no need to. They made up for last week. They don't need to do OT. They gave you, let's see. The first game don't count. Kansas City, Texas. We knew Kansas City was gonna win that game. That don't count. That's whatever. But they gave you a high scoring game of Washington and the Lions. They gave you a close snow game earlier in the day with the Rams and the Eagles. And one of the running backs put up 200 plus rushing yards. And they gave you another close game in the snow for the prime time. They ain't got to do no damn overtime. For what? Yeah, he did. So they must have master plans for Jaden. That's what I said. It is possible, you know. But at the same time, would they really put somebody over the light-skinned dude in Kansas City, though? That's my thing. Like a rookie at that. This is probably the biggest part is a rookie at that. That is really a rookie quarterback at that. He had 98 and 97 speed. I forgot he was that fast. Oh, man. That Philly looks whack as hell without Barkley. They tried. Yeah. Yeah. He saved a lot of, or filled a lot of gaps for the Eagles, for sure. Yeah, that's the point. You said most games ended how they predicted. Yeah. Last week they was a little bit more generous with the blowouts and stuff, but this week they were like, nah, we getting a little bit more ruthless. We're gonna Kansas City not cover when they should have. And now we got this. Biggest souls when Kyle Williams dropped a punt return against the Giants in the 2012 NFC Championship game that helped the Giants go to the Super Bowl. I remember that. I do know his mentor does happen to be Doug Williams. And y'all know Doug Williams, the history he made with the Washington Redskins. Like I just mentioned earlier in the show, and that's his mentor. That is Jay Daniels' mentor is Doug Williams. And Doug Williams from Louisiana. You know Jaden Daniels, he went to LSU. Even though Jaden from Cali, but he went to LSU. Go watch Dave Chappelle SNL skit with gorilla balloon dating and see why Buffalo and Eagles won. I don't know if I want to see a Dave Chappelle SNL skit about a gorilla balloon dating. I don't know. We'll see though. I don't know. I thought they were gonna have a bird flu bowl with the Ravens and the Eagles. Hell no. Hell no. Because for one, like I said about Lamar Jackson, him being with street dudes, and Jaden already been there before. Hurts, that is, already been there before. To NFL looking boof as fuck. Can't even watch for entertainment anymore. That's how boof has gotten. I still say it ain't as bad as the NBA. NFL can have the Chiefs win the championship 5 years in a row. It still ain't gonna be bad as the NBA. B-Fire said the Bills beating the Chiefs next week. We'll see. Shout out B-Fire, man. Shout out to B-Fire. We shall see, man. I don't know about all that, but we'll see. So Allen gonna upset light-skinned dude from Kansas City. Yeah, that way I ain't gotta say his name. We'll see, man. We will see. When Fox does Super Bowl, the conference that plays in the 6:30 slot usually wins. San Francisco the last to lose it in 2020. Interesting. Oh, you don't know Doug Williams? Doug Williams is the first black quarterback to win the Super Bowl. He the only full black quarterback to ever win it. The only other black quarterbacks to win the Super Bowl is Russell Wilson, who's half, and that light-skinned dude in Kansas City, who is half. That's who Doug Williams is. They won with 42 points scored. 42 is the N-word in gematria. And he wasn't even the full-time starter that year. Yeah, Doug Williams, and now I think he's still the head coach at Grambling. Because that's where he played, Grambling. But hold up, damn, it moved up. So you've been saying Buffalo's been on skull and bones at home all year. 223 losses all time. That's why they went 10-0 this year. Oh yeah, they did win last week. I was like 10. Yeah, that makes sense. Chiefs gonna three-peat. State Farm logo has 3 rings on it. Israel just released the first 3. And she got a song named 3. So you think, and Mahomes had like his 3rd kid too. That Commander-in-Chief, Eagles, Bills all have to do with money. I was thinking about that earlier too. The future presidents and the new presidents being sworn in. Yeah, we know. The Trumpinator tomorrow. That's right. Or Eagles be. I highly doubt that. Well, I don't even see both of them meeting up, to be honest with you. But in that matchup, I doubt they would give it to the Eagles. So Warren Moon was a shit. If he didn't play in Canada, he would be top 3 instead. He is the most forgotten, like, black quarterback out of all of them. He's the one it's like he get overlooked. You'll think of Doug Williams, Steve McNair, Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb. He'll go anywhere, but then they'll overlook him. But yeah, Warren Moon was nice. Shout out to Low Key T in the building. Salute. All right, have fun with that one, bro. Have fun with that. So the Bills are the only team to beat the light-skinned man in Kansas City in the playoffs. Or excuse me, in the regular season. It ain't happening in the playoffs. That's the problem. Aaron Brooks, he ain't do shit with the Saints, bro. So I know who Aaron Brooks was, but he ain't do shit with the Saints, bro. So watch the Eagles win. I really don't think they do. I don't think they do. Yeah, the Bengals. Yeah, the Bengals need a defense, bro. Tyreek Hill coming to Baltimore 2025. I don't know what you're talking about. What to block? Tyreek trying to run go routes and catch deep balls, man. He ain't trying to run block. You serious? Come on. And the Ravens usually, if they get a big name receiver, it's well past their prime. Like Dez Bryant was a shell of himself when he got to the Ravens. Anquan Barkley wasn't in. I say Anquan Bolden wasn't in his prime when he got to the Ravens. He was still good, but he wasn't Arizona Cardinals Anquan Bolden. So usually when the Ravens do get other team star receivers, they pass Odell Beckham, they pass their prime. So if Tyreek Hill was here maybe 5 years from now and his speed is like a 88 on Madden or something, maybe the Ravens will get him then, but not now. Except Mark Andrews. I'm telling you, man. There's no reason he should have dropped that. That man had that shit right here. He just catch it in the breadbasket. Boom. Turn. Catch it. Turn. There you go, your 2 points. But it is what it is. They can go either way. You can see both storylines happening. Oh, interesting. He's a senior advisor for the Commanders now. That's super interesting. I know they scored 42 points, the Commanders, that is, when they played the Cardinals earlier this year, and Doug Williams was at the game. And it was in Arizona. This wasn't even a home game for Washington. Steve Smith was a dog for the Ravens. I forgot about him. He was out of his prime, though, but he was still a dog. Because he was there for them Flacco years, the post-Super Bowl Flacco years. Refs almost pulled that out for the Ravens, had the storybook in, but Lamar threw a difficult ball. That shit was not difficult. It hit Mark Andrews in the hands. That shit was not difficult. They did not want Lamar to win that game. So the Super Bowl can have a Louisiana connection through Jay Daniels because he went to LSU. Yeah. Bro, I done answered this question 1,000 times, dog. Like, I've gotten this question for the last like 5 years. Maybe not 5, like 3. What did I just say? What did I just say about Lamar? I said he hang with street dudes. You think they want to push a dude who hang with street dudes, dog? Owners have said his situation is a ticking time bomb. A ticking time bomb. That's why they didn't want to give him all that money. His situation is a ticking time bomb. And when he signed that new deal with the Ravens, because they got people that follow these players, they know where they are. And every time, because there's millions of dollars invested into him, this man allegedly, it's all alleged, was at a trap house. Or other things that they've noticed or shit. Hold up. Okay, now I'm back. Yeah, it got me heated. Like I was saying, they have found this dude hanging out with street dudes and all this other stuff. They don't want to push that as the face of the league. He not married. He don't have an NFL agent. They don't like his appearance, among other things, compared to other black quarterbacks. Bruh, no. The answer is no. I get this question all the time. No. That's why they keep giving him that, because it's one of the things where he can carry out the script. He can put on an exciting performance. And I mean, the dude talented. No, ain't no question about that. So it's like, yeah, give him all the individual awards. We ain't gonna give him the Super Bowl. That way, it's a trade-off, basically. Kind of like it's a trade-off when you get wins, postseason wins versus a lot of money. Like Justin Herbert, he got paid. He ain't won a playoff game at all. He threw 4 picks. Joe Burrow, he went to one Super Bowl, didn't win. He got paid. Now he ain't got a defense. Josh Allen got paid, and that's why he's The light skinned dude's bitch. That's why. Because he not the golden boy. Yeah, he did. Jane Daniels did play Arizona State before he transferred to LSU. Because I think him and Bo Nix are both like 24. Usually when quarterbacks lose in the Super Bowl, they don't go back. Exactly. And the ones in Florida too. Yeah, they don't like that. I'm going to say this, they have kept some things under the rug for a while. Going back to what I said, ticking time bomb, they didn't left some things under the rug that they know about, that the league know about, that hasn't made it in mainstream headlines. Because if it ever came out, if any of this stuff ever came out, you think the media crucifying Lamar for his play on the field is bad? Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. All I can say is Michael Vick who. I'm going to put it that Michael Vick who. The Bills O-line was holding all game. Yeah, they were. Super Bowl winning QBs always have a white wife or engaged to a white woman and have kids. Russell Wilson, Jason, he was not with Sierra. When the Seahawks went and won the Super Bowl, he was not with Sierra. He had some white girl. I think she had blonde hair too. Blonde hair, blue eyes. And if I remember correctly, him and Golden Tate, I think it was him and Golden Tate got into a fight in the locker room because I think Golden was sleeping with Russ or something. Not Russ, excuse me. Golden was sleeping with Russ's wife or girl at the time. It was something like that, but they did have like a whole locker room. There was some locker room drama about that. And that's why Golden's time was shortened in Seattle and was not there that much longer. Vic said years ago that Lamar would be better than him. I mean, yeah, we can see that now. Said Goodell was cooking with that Lions script. Hold on. Cooking with that Lions script, you expect to see them in the next 2 or 3 years in one of the California Super Bowls. Bro, they not going. If Dan Campbell the coach, they not going. They Super Bowl was last year when they went to the NFC Championship game. And eventually you're going to have to pay all them players, man. If you ain't paid them already, you're going to have to pay some of them players for Detroit. So they're not going to keep all that. That Josh Allen got engaged. Yeah, what's her name? Haley Stanfield. I might have pronounced the last name wrong. Yeah, they've been caping for Josh for years. Same way they do with Justin Herbert, same way they do with Joe Burrow. Even though Joe Burrow is a little bit more deserved than the other two. So when Ravens and NFL done with Lamar, they'll tip off cop. I mean, there's other stuff than that little incident. I'm just gonna say that. There's other much more serious things than that. But yeah. If and when that comes out, we'll cross that bridge. I ain't gonna go too deep into that, but it is what it is. That we love Baltimore here, love Lamar, excuse me, in Baltimore. It's a lot of stuff here that's swept under the carpet. 30 minutes down the road in DC, Daniels have a squeaky image. They liked exactly. Exactly. I ain't never seen him hanging out with Kodak Black. Jaden Daniels, that is. The closest I've seen, I saw him dap up LeAngelo Ball. That's about it. During the Detroit game, that's really about it. Hurts got to get, is she black or white? Because I knew he was dating a black girl when he went to the last Super Bowl. His girlfriend was black. He get a white girl. He trade out once he got that money. I mean, if he did, I don't care. But like, for the sake of the context, I would like to know. Lions will win the Super Bowl as long as Hayden Hutchinson is on the team. Okay, we'll see. Okay, we'll see about that. It's like Goff rookie year versus Brady is now Daniels versus Mahomes. How so? How so? Jared Goff didn't go to the Super Bowl as a rookie. How so? Don't believe in the Bills yet? No, I don't. I don't. I'll believe it when I see it. If y'all can beat that light skinned dude in Kansas City, I'll believe it. Until then, I won't believe it. Because ain't nobody done the shit. The nigga in Baltimore can't do it. The white boy in Buffalo can't do it. The only one who's been able to do it, and he still fell short. And in the biggest game that mattered was the white dude who clearly got a bunch of black friends in Cincinnati. So how I feel about the game for real though? They made it close at the end. I mean, I really don't care either way, but I think the biggest thing is like the two turnovers was a real telling sign. Because one of them was Baltimore was in scoring position. Or they was on a roll to score, and that was the fumble. Buffalo didn't score off the pick. And after Buffalo scored going into halftime, they didn't score in that open possession. So I knew the game was going to be closer. They made sure to leave that door open for that. Because Buffalo was doing 8-point shaving too. Yeah, biggest thing though is Mark Andrews sold like no other. That's probably the biggest sell job this weekend out of any of the 4 games was that one drop. Nah, bruh. That's wild. That's wild if they do that. So Mike Vick also said Lamar needs a cut. I thought he was talking about not Mahomes. Colin Kaepernick. I know he said about Colin Kaepernick after the whole knee thing because Michael Vick was on Fox. Now he was all corporate. But I don't remember him saying about Lamar. I must have missed that one. Appreciate it, Quante. Appreciate it. Shout out to you. Said Ravens fans are crashing. I bet Baltimore is not a safe city. I bet. Yeah, no one even touched the ball when he fumbled, man. Like the way he was like on the ground, no Bills defender punched it out, none of that. None of that. He just, I dropped it. Oh, there you go. But yeah, that Mark Andrews one, good Lord, man. Whew. The drop of the ages. Kansas City equals 31. Maybe they 3-1 versus the Bills. They going back to Kansas City. Logo also has Chiefs and Commanders colors, and the Super Bowl logo got their colors. I get what you're saying. I see a lot of Bills Eagles. I see a lot of people picking the Eagles to win. Mahomes said they're going to 3-peat, but what if the script is another AFC team to win the Super Bowl? Something about Buffalo this year. They could. Not really. They couldn't. No. But that would be a good swerve, though. That really would be a good swerve. Especially for bettors. A lot of people put money on Kansas City. A lot of money was on the Kansas City-Detroit matchup. We saw what happened on that. That would be a good swerve if they wanted to do that, but we'll see. I don't see anybody beating Kansas City. Because, again, you got to play them and the refs. And it's in KC this time. It's not in Buffalo. That's another thing worth noting. And if I remember correctly, the Chiefs haven't lost at home. I know Buffalo ain't lost at home either. But Kansas City hasn't either. And this game is in KC. So, something to think about. Chiefs may be destined to just whoop the same team as Niners and Eagles. They got to switch it up at some point. My thoughts on Mark Andrews. Oh, like I just mentioned, Hold the ball, man. Hold the ball. He knew what time it was. He knew he had to drop the pass. He had to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hit to play a little hot potato. You know what I'm saying? Apparently they heated his gloves a little too much with the heat. They got too hot. And then the football, it was next to the heater too. So it was like a hot potato. I gotta let it go. I can't catch it. Yeah. But yeah, big sell job. Big sell job. Yeah, Joe Shiesty could do it. Joe Shiesty could do it, man. I don't think Joshua's gonna do it. The Chiefs destroy bettors with the safety and the blatant cheating. People tired of Swift. You think Bills get heat? Going into the Super Bowl by beating KC and the Swifty, which is Harvest KC negative energy in the stadium. I ain't going that far. But yeah, that first half they did screw over bettors for sure. How's NFL turn these guys into actors after college? It really starts in college. Basically, the ones that you see getting drafted that go into the league, they learn. Some of them, obviously, if your dad played in the league, or your uncle might have been put on game a little bit earlier. Coming into college, they already know this stuff. But college is already scripted as well, just a little bit differently than the NFL. And then if you come in bushy tail, wide eyed, bushy tail, whatever the phrase is, just thinking, oh, this is just real football and all that. They slowly start noticing coaches do little questionable things, have questionable calls that don't make sense. And then they might ask one of their teammates, like, why coach do this? Why you do this in this situation? And then older players might put them on game and say, hey, if you want to make it to the league, you gotta play the game. And that's how you see, like, Brock Purdy. He's a perfect example. In the Cheez-It Bowl, I forgot what year, it was a couple years ago. I think his senior year, Iowa State was playing, I think, Clemson. I want to say it was Clemson. And he had like two ridiculous turnovers in the game. They were like super goofy that made no sense whatsoever. And he had one early in the season against TCU. And you see him now in the NFL, Mr. Irrelevant, but somehow he's starting for the Niners, about to get a new contract and all this other stuff. So it's basically seeing who can follow and who won't. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, thank you. The O.J. Simpson died last year and he played for the Bills. Okay. What do you say? Same with Mahomes saying they three-peat. Oh, and alluding to somebody else. See what my nigga B said. I forgot. Damn, I tried to find this comment. Where the hell is it at? Damn. All right. Yeah, I can't find it. So if Chiefs win, they cover the spread versus the Bills. What is the spread? That's the question. What is the spread? Do they already have the spread out? Oh, I thought they said B5 is B from Ohio. He said they make the Bengals lose every September to have to play from behind the whole season. Like they did this year, and then they sets up this exciting finish to the regular season. They've been doing this even when they had Andy Dalton, the Bengals. If it wasn't one of those clear-cut years where they're going to win the AFC North, they would have them do that right there, that play from behind cardiac cats, even though that's Jacksonville type of team. The Jane Daniels versus Patty, the light-skinned dude in Kansas City. I'm going to have to write this on my hand. It's so clear to see what generate the most money. I'd say that's the best storyline for sure. Someone mentioned the David versus Goliath. That is immaculate. That is, in the words of Future, that is sensational. That's what they should do. But I'm saying NFL mess around and do the Eagles Chiefs repeat. Have fun, NFL. And the Chiefs three-peat. Have fun, NFL. Let's see how long that lasts. See what happened to the NBA after they tried it with the Warriors and Cavs after it got stale. They ain't recovered since. The Chiefs gonna win it all for the three-peat. So Marcus Freeman did not leaving to the NFL. He's done. Notre Dame lose on Monday. I don't know if he is or isn't, if he gonna leave or not. But I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I really don't care. I ain't really worried about Notre Dame. We'll talk about it tomorrow. So NFL always fucking up with some playoff time with these corny scripts. It usually run the same usual amount of scripts. They recycle them. They basically did that with the divisional round too, or the teams they got. They just flipped it for the AFC. It had a couple teams that lost this year win, being, Philadelphia and who else? Damn, I just forgot who it was. The Rams. That's right, LA Rams. Yeah, we did. Yeah. I don't know if you want a cookie for that or something, but yeah, we did. Do I think some guys don't get drafted in the NFL because they refuse to be actors? That's where them weird questions come in when they do little pre-draft interviews and ask all these off-the-wall questions out of nowhere. Like, you ever been with a man? All this weird shit. That's where that comes from. But yeah, if you can be in the league, but then you realize you ain't with all the fake stuff, and you gonna see your career gonna be real short, or it's gonna be a situation where so and so was a stud in college. What happened to him when he got to the league? Type thing. That's kind of what happened to Darren McFadden. Because we know Derek McFadden was that dude at Arkansas. I mean, he was on the cover of NCAA football, 2009? Yeah, it was 2009. We thought he gonna be the next big thing. Thought he gonna be another Adrian Peterson type of running back. Didn't even happen. Then you got someone like Chris Bolin, played for a year in the NFL, then retired because he went with all the fake stuff. He didn't like the fact that he had to put himself in a situation where he knew he could get injured, like willingly getting injured in certain situations. Because I know we talk about scripted injuries and all that stuff. Not all these injuries are fake. You can still get hurt doing this. They still making contact. You can still get hurt. That's why I say it's not fake, it's scripted. There's a difference. Just like pro wrestling. You can still get hurt doing that. Plenty of instances where people still getting hurt doing that. That's their job. They ain't got nothing else better to do. I mean, Larry Johnson, he was in the league for a little minute now. I'm just saying. But eventually, I know he started speaking out and stuff. But I'm just saying, he was in the league for a little minute now. Remember the ESPN show Playmakers? Yeah, that's the one that the NFL did not like out. They're like, no, y'all showing too much stuff about what's going on in the NFL. Like, because they covered some stories. They were kind of like Ballers, but they did it in a less comedic way. But it was similar to Balls before Balls. That's what Playmakers was if you too young to remember. I think I might have been elementary school when Playmakers came out. Is it me or does the NFL not want a black QB to win the Super Bowl? I thought he must be new. No, the NFL MAGA fans will be pissed as a black QB winning the Super Bowl. Yeah. I mean, considering there's only been 3 black quarterbacks in history, you were spot on. You were spot on. The season was such a scam from the start with McCaffrey week 1. Jaden Trump photo opportunity. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm about to slide like electric about it here in like 5 minutes. So any burning question you got, fire away. Hit that like button too. Hit that damn like button, man. Hit that like button. Smash it. Elbow drop it. RKO it. Choke slam it. Jump off the top rope. 619 and Batista bomb it. Give it an attitude adjustment. Give it an F5 for all I care. Put it in the Boston Crab. I don't care. Put it in the walls of Jericho, but hit that like button. Hit it with a spear, actually. Or in a super punch. Word to Roman Reigns. The next year's Super Bowl is in San Fran at Levi Stadium. It's in Santa Clara, but okay. The Niners will miss the playoffs. Bro, the Niners are cooked for a minute, bro. They going to have to give up something to keep Brock Purdy. And that's something they overpaying for. They basically paying for a Kirk Cousins. That's really what they getting with Brock Purdy. Or Kirk Cousins with a better resume. If the Chiefs win this year, will they be maxed out? I know they ain't gonna win the next year if they win this year. They ain't gonna four-peat. That's crazy as hell. Hold up. So young football players retiring at a young age, like Patrick Willis. I gotta remember. I'm gonna write this down. The light-skinned dude from Kansas City, Chris Boylan. Yeah, Chris Boylan was the one who retired after a year. Patrick Willis. I mean, some of them too. It's like, yo, they realize, hey, I'm putting my body on the line in these positions all the time. I want to, what's the word I'm looking for? Preserve my body, because there's injuries and stuff that can happen afterwards. There are issues they might be dealing with. That's why you see that a lot more now. The NFL players retire early. There's more research on, concussions and all this other stuff. They don't want to get hurt. Calvin Johnson retired early. Barry Sanders, he did the same thing. Granted, it was different reasons. Calvin Johnson's a different reason too, but still they want to protect their body. Appreciate it, man. Shout out to Tiny Biggs. They keep telling y'all Chiefs got 6 rings. They cannot get any more. I know they currently don't have 6 Super Bowls, that is. Said Doug Williams, all-black quarterback, won a Super Bowl with Washington in the 80s, but none since. Yes, facts. And there's only been 2 black head coaches to win. I mean, all the black head coaches is gone now. Yeah, all the black head coaches gone now. But, yeah, think about it. There's only been 2 black head coaches to win. You got Tony Dungy, Mike Tomlin, Mike being the last one. And that was, 15 years ago? So, yeah, you see what they doing. I shouldn't have to spell it out for you. You see it. Andrew, yeah, they didn't give him an offensive line. He was running for his life. He was like, nah, I can't do this, bro. Y'all tripping. Y'all gave me wide receivers, but y'all ain't give me an offensive line. I'm out here getting killed, man. Yeah, I don't blame him, man. That man said Terry Bradshaw was the first black quarterback. I know you lying. They did have a black quarterback at one point. I forgot his name. I want to say it was Harris. I might be wrong about the team. Because I know Harris played for the Rams. But I know the Steelers did have a black quarterback back in the day. Still think the Bills go 0-4 versus the East. Oh, NFC East. Gotcha. No, he didn't. He did not win as a rookie. But yeah, man, we finna put a pin on it right there. I had a fun time chopping it up with y'all. We're going to be back tomorrow for the National Championship. Ohio State, Notre Dame on MLK Day, all that good stuff. Hit that like button. Smash it on your way out. Hit it with a spear. Y'all stay warm if y'all in some cold areas. Thank you for watching. We are